What's up, 𝐒𝐲 here. Welcome back to my Halo 2 Anniversary LASO guide. This video will be dedicated to Mission 13, The Great Journey. I'm gonna smash my head into my Xbox after this is over, so get your teammate here out of the Revenant by jumping on it and holding down the action button. Should jump out and just shoot his shields off and beat him to death. Need that extra shield, and we're not taking any goddamn prisoners at this point. We're finishing this game. Bring the Spectre over to these trees here and leave it behind them so nobody gets in it, because we're going to need that later near the end of the mission. And then try to get close to one of these guys using your camo and hijack their ghost. Just ignore everything else. You don't need to deal with the wraiths. Right here, you want to go behind all of these enemies, straight to the door. That should load the next area, and then go back. All the way back to a certain point, I'll show you where, and that should despawn these enemies completely and unlock the door.
Hold your fire!
Get out of your ghost here and shoot this guy's shield. We're going to want his sweet succulent blood for our shields as well. Get that nice double over shield. And then go back and grab the carbine and your ghost. I like to grab a beam rifle here just because it's an extra headshot weapon. Why not? There's tons of beam rifles on this level, so it's not really too big of an issue if you use up the ammo fast. Slowly whittle away at these brutes. There's a whole ton of them in this area. Sticky grenades, headshots, essentially are your main tools of destruction here, or I guess methods of destruction. And once they're all dead, get back in your ghost and head to the next area. Using the hunters as a distraction and cover, wait for an opening and then boost your ghost along the side of the wall here to the other side of the chasm. There's quite a bit of RNG involved there. If you want to go around the long way, it's not too big of a difference, but save 5-10 minutes, why not? This area is actually perfect for beam rifle sniping because the jackals, they don't realize it, but their heads are just like an inch above out of cover. So you can snipe them all here, no issues. Basically, the only thing you want to watch out for is that one jackal sniper that we just took out right now. And then the drones on the other side. They're not an issue though, because you can just camo by them. They're only in a small area. However, you do want to be fairly hasty about this because there's a phantom that spawns in at a certain point. I'm not sure if it's like a trigger point you hit halfway through the bridge or it's a timer, but at some point a phantom's going to come in and start shooting at you. So it's best to do this as fast as possible. So for this area, it's pretty obvious what you need to do. Release the hunters and your elite boyos. They should distract the brutes enough for you to take them out and start up the next wave, which will open the door. Once the next wave of brutes comes through that door and engages your allies in combat, you want to sneak around, activate your camo when nobody's looking, and pretend like you weren't even there, because there's really honestly no need to stay behind and fight those guys.
Mark. Kill the others.
Me and I sure as hell don't like you.
After the cutscene, immediately double back, go through the 2 doors into the hallway in the previous section. This should despawn the Wraith drivers so you don't have to deal with them at all. Make sure you do it immediately after the cutscene though, because if you don't, it won't work. Alright, once you hit this load point here, you can head back to the Banshees.
Ah, how do you like it?
Drop down and get in that Spectre that you left near those trees at the beginning of the mission. Probably want to use camo because there's a bunch of other Spectres prowling the area. And head over to the corner of this cliff area here. And then drop down with the Spectre on the right hand side. At this point, just boost the Spectre all the way down the front of the beachhead and dive straight underwater with it. Don't worry, there's no death barrier or, you know, you're not going to drown or anything, it's fine. Follow the exact path I take. As usual, hold the jump button here, so lift the front of your Spectre up so you can maneuver up hills like this easier. We're going to be bringing the Spectre with us into the final boss battle to fight Tartarus. It's extremely useful because we can spawn like 4 or 5 Sergeant Johnsons, and you know, since he's paramount to taking down Tartarus's shield, it's pretty useful. You want to angle this, your Spectre at the perfect amount so you can skim up the side of this ledge here. But once you're on, you want to boost up here and land your Spectre up on this ledge. That'll give you access to the other side here, which you can then proceed to go down onto this ledge and hold A again, or the jump button, whatever the jump button is for you, and jump across this little space in the structure here to land on this podium. Whatever you want to call these things, I don't know, Forerunner structure pieces. And just wait.
Stay clear of the door. Hey, bastard! Knock, knock!
Get your Spectre in position down here, facing the nose down as soon as Sergeant Johnson starts firing at the door. And as soon as the title chapter, Delusions and Grandeur, pops up, you want to get out of the Spectre and follow it down. Try to stay even with the Spectre so you don't go too far down. Basically try to keep it on the screen as you fall. This should start up the cutscene and spawn you inside of the boss room with the Spectre behind you. Bring the Spectre over to Sergeant Johnson and make sure he gets in it. Every time Johnson jumps into the Spectre, a new Johnson will spawn, so that's what we're doing here, is spawning continuous Johnsons until our Spectre is full. While you're doing this, you want to try to prevent your elite buddies from jumping in the Spectre, because they will do that every now and then. But it's not too big of a deal. It would be if this was a speed run, but it's not, so you can just get out and smack them. It's free shields anyways.
All over there. Hey, it's me. It's mine. Oh, careful over there. Ow. I assumed that was an accident. Oh, take it here.
Better than that. Hang tight, ma'am. Not until that brute is dead.
Once you have 4 Sergeant Johnsons, leave one up here, bring the rest down with you, with the Spectre down to Tartarus. Once you're down, throw a grenade, a sticky grenade at the Spectre. Make sure it lands on the Spectre. I stuck Johnson on accident. You don't want to do that. At this point, you just need to maneuver around Tartarus, dual wield both of these brute plasma rifles, because that's the highest damage output in this area, so might as well use them. And then just sit back, relax, and watch the 4 Sergeant Johnsons take care of Tartarus's shield.
Are performing well within operational parameters. You're telling me you can't stop the sequence? Please understand.
Hey, look out! Aye!
And it's finally over. Halo 2 Anniversary LASO. I'm gonna go party in my backyard by myself. You guys have a good day and a good summer. And I guess I'll see you when Halo 3 Anniversary comes out. Yeah, that sounds about right. God, I'm so glad I'm finished with this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.
What's that?
A beacon,
What's it doing?
communicating at superluminal speeds with the frequency of
Communicating with what?
the other installations.
Show me.
Fail-safe protocol. In the event of unexpected shutdown, the entire system will move to standby status. All remaining platforms are now ready for remote activation.
Remote activation? From here?
Don't be ridiculous.
Listen, Tinkerbell, don't make me...
Then where? Where would someone go to activate the other rings?
Why the Ark? Of course.
And where, Oracle, is that?
We've got a new contact. Unknown classification. It isn't one of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.